This is the 1995 Fiat Punto. It might not be the most powerful, luxurious or spacious car, but it's a car. It drives... Yep, that's pretty much it. But hell is it mediocre at it. This piece of true 90s Italian engineering saw its fair share of mishaps and adventures, but 100,000 kilometers later, it's still going strong. And by that I mean it runs just as well as it did when new, I presume. In other words, it doesn't run great, but I doubt it ever did, so I would take that as a success of some sort. Let's talk about the specs. This is the 75 model because, you guessed it, it has 73 horsepower. Go figure. That, of course, is when it was new. What about now, you ask? We don't talk about that here. The 5-speed gearbox, provided you can actually peg second gear hard enough for it to want to go in, is geared just short enough to make your head explode on the motorways, but just long enough to make your head explode going up any hill. Thanks to the less than 1.3 liter fire engine, the name is the coolest thing about it, the official top speed is 170 kilometers an hour. Anyway, this configuration is overall suitable for going places, I suppose. According to journalistic reviews from that era, the Punto was a stylish and well-equipped car compared to its competitors. Huh. Moreover, this being the ELX version is of course the luxury trim. Can't you tell? It clearly has painted bumpers instead of the standard plastic ones. Look at how fancy that looks. There were also many optionals to be equipped on the car, such as power steering. I know, who wouldn't want that? Rear windscreen demister. Fog lights. AC, but not on this model. ABS, but not on this model. Central locking, which got destroyed in a crash on this model. Airbags, but not on this model. AM/FM radio, but not on this model. And electric windows. This bumbling, smiling machine features some interesting design choices. For one, it's hard not to bump the enormous doors anywhere, but I suppose it does help tall people to get in. I wouldn't know, really. Putting on your belt is designed to stretch your triceps, so you're all set coming home from the gym. This car has been renowned internationally to be stylish, and I'm not kidding. I mean, just look at the interiors. But what is it like to drive? Considering that it's basically not much more than a tin can on wheels. It's nimble and agile. At slow speed, this thing is genuinely fun to drive. Never mind that at motorway speeds the front wheels start lifting and the steering wheel starts worryingly shaking, or that in the cold changing gears is almost always a gamble, even if you double clutch or rev match. Obviously the Punto is not a car for long journeys, not exactly comfortable or quiet enough for extended rides. Equally, the high-biting clutch and the stiff setup make it at times quite annoying on bumpy, traffic lights-ridden city roads. Ultimately, this car really gives its best in parking lots. This specific model is now 27 years old and it sure as hell doesn't show it. Less than 80,000 kilometers into its life, it was crashed into a van and got so many parts replaced it's not even funny. Even still, more parts were changed after that to keep it in running order. Not to talk about all the accessories and trim pieces that simply broke off in true Fiat style. And yet, it's still here. It drove me through France in a day, kept me company all the way up in Ireland for a year, and just carried me back south. It saw its fair share of adventures, trips and mishaps, and I'll be the first to admit I'm surprised it got through it all. Not sure there's a better compliment for it. 1995 Fiat Punto 75 ELX. Because somehow it still runs.